Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Dr. Quack podcast. My friend today made a suggestion because I put out a list of top five. So I figure I'm going to do this one. This right here is my top five songs of all time. Number five, I'm going to put at Hootie and the Blowfish, Only Want to Be With You. Because that song right there, it was weird. It was in the 90s. I was growing up. And, I mean, music was so different back then. You had your gangster rap. You had your Seattle grunge. This was a little bit off different from both of those. Those actually, it stood away from it. I don't know why everybody was a Darius Rucker fan back in the 90s, even before today when he went country. But that song, for some reason, maybe it was the sports in the video and things like that, it always stuck out to me. I really like that song. But there you go. That's number five. Number four, Dragula by Rob Zombie. This was a real heavy song there. And there's a lot of reasons why I like it. But there's a good story with this. Me and my good buddy Kiefer, we were actually singing this. And I won't mention anybody else in this because that was my good friend. We sang this together. But there was actually a fight that broke out in the middle of this. Those who were there can definitely testify to this, but there was actually a fight that broke out in the middle of this, and we didn't stop singing. And it was weird. Everybody kind of thought it was part of the act, including the bouncers there when we sang out there at karaoke. And it was kind of funny, but yeah, it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I mean, because we didn't skip a beat. It was truly classical and was one of my favorite times in karaoke history for me. And for those who know me, I go to karaoke at least once a week. I love to sing. I sound good on some songs. I suck at others, but I don't care. It's karaoke. All right. Number three, and this is probably my most famous one that people know me to sing, is The Three Little Pigs by Green Jello. Green Jello made this one-hit wonder back in the early 90s. I think it was 92 or 93, maybe somewhere around there. I'm sure somebody could tell me. But it was a claymation video, and it was just funny. It was about three pigs fighting the big bad wolf, and there's even a guest appearance by Rambo in it. It was truly just hilarious to watch that. I mean, that video was awesome. People see me do it. I mean, I do the combat roll, which is always awesome. That, people say I put my heart into that song when I do it. I haven't done it in a long time. I don't know if I'll ever do it again because I did it in my younger years all over across the country, even when I was singing in Texas and in Tennessee and every other little small bar that I enjoy going with. The cool thing about that song, though, I actually got to perform it with a band named Push in a small bar here in Reisterstown, Maryland. Definitely fun. It was a great time. My number two was Down with the Sickness by Disturbed. There's a reason behind this because they call me Dr. Quack. And that was the reason, that was the music I came out to. The wah! That whole thing. That was actually, one of the reasons why I picked that song. I loved that whole part at the very beginning. But, I mean, the song in general it just spoke to me, as like the crazy, cynical guy that felt like, fit that Dr. Quack character. I remember when my agent, he came out there, good old Eric Nelson. Yeah, buddy. When we walked out there, he was so hyped up behind the backstage. He got to manage me one time in a match in Georgia, and it was just watching him get hyped and trying to draw heat, but he was the hometown boy. They loved him so much. But, he was cussing and yelling. He got into it. It was one of my favorite moments in wrestling for me. And number one was is the first song I ever sang at karaoke history in my whole life, and that was Bob Seger's "Turn the Page." To me, that song speaks volumes. It describes my life because there's always a next chapter. There's always something new that's happening. Good and bad, you continuously are going through something. You're continuously jumping through hoops. You're continuously, having to prove yourself, even though you may still be proven. You know, it's one of those songs that really hit me right in the heart, right there. It hit me hard. And it's one of those songs. It's usually one of the first songs, like if I'm singing on a weekly basis, it's either that or Tom Petty. One of them two I'm starting off with just to test the voice out, you know. But there you go. There's my top 5 list. Thank you, Vanessa. Figured I'd give you the shout out on that. That was a good, topic. I'm going to make a few more tonight. I hope you all enjoy them. And probably after this video, I'm going to stop sharing as much on Facebook. So if you're paying attention, I hope you are. If you're enjoying them, that's great. Like them, share them. Subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. And I hope you all love this, man. I'm going to hop off here. Get ready for the second one.